What's going on, YouTube? It's your boy Rob, and I'm back with another video. So today I will be discussing this natural practice that every man should place in his life at all times, and never let it change up. Stay away from the pornography. This is called semen retention. Semen retention is a natural practice that men use in order to gain more testosterone. It's a way to help you to be able to achieve a lot more things in your life that you want to be able to attract. You gain more energy. It's just a practice of celibacy and no ejaculation, no sex, no pornography, any of that in that nature. So I want to discuss with you guys the benefits and the cons, the pros and the cons of practicing semen retention. And this is also going in based on my own experiences that, I'm pretty sure that a lot of you guys can relate. You know what I'm saying? So let's get into it. So how did I find out about semen retention? Well, first thing I want to say is I want to shout out New Breed to the world over. He's also known as New Breed Global Truth now. Shout out to that brother and him mentioning Classic Opus. When I first found New Breed, he was a YouTuber that I came across as far as finding, more of the truth from the Most High. And all praises to the Most High for that brother because, he helped me gain different understandings as far as certain things in that nature. And semen retention was definitely one of the first things that I learned more that I was able to apply within my life. That it helped me achieve more. It helped me become a better person. It helped me as a man have greater understanding as far as what I'm looking for, as far as with dealing with women and stuff like that. So it's also Classic Opus that I had mentioned that he has mentioned. Him and New Breed were the first YouTubers to really start talking about this subject, and we gotta give our YouTubers their props at the end of the day. You know what I'm saying? Because without them, where would we be at without this information? Because a lot of this information has always been hidden in movies, but little did we know, people around my age, I'm 24, so it's like, I had no clue of semen retention in my teenage years. And, it was better that I know now than never have known it. So therefore, I'm really grateful that I was able to come across YouTubers like them to get a greater understanding of why it's important to control your essence as a man and what can it do to help you and benefit your life. You know what I'm saying? And many other YouTubers have spoke about this, like Health and Opulence HTO. I don't even know if he's still on YouTube anymore, but he was another brother that I was learning semen retention from, and it was another one that's coming to mind. I forgot his name. But yeah, you know what I'm saying? Even celebrities that, it's a lot of celebrities. There's men who practice semen retention and have really reaped and, gained the benefits of practicing this. Such as Kevin Gates. I remember seeing a video that Kevin Gates, I think he really had spoke about semen retention back in 2014, 15 maybe. So semen retention has been a practice that's been known for a long time, and it's really just a way that you redirect that sexual energy. It really started from Napoleon Hill's Think and Grow Rich book as well, where Napoleon discussed in the ninth chapter of sex transmutation that sex basically is the most powerful creation there is, because sex helps to develop things. Like what does sex do? Create a child. And once you use that energy when you're not creating children, as men, you're outside going to build things. You're creating certain things. You're things that benefit society, things that benefits human beings to be able to become better people. Semen retention is something that is not the end all be all, but it's something that's definitely needed in these times, in these end days where pornography is being pushed at a grand scale. It's being pushed massively, and us young brothers who know about semen retention, I found out about semen retention from these guys back in going almost into 2020, late 2019, and that's when I started getting to know these brothers, and learning about semen retention and how did it help them, and how did it help me when I started practicing it. So I got plenty of pros and cons to be able to discuss with you guys that you might be able to relate to this. So first pro of semen retention is more testosterone. Yep, you gain more testosterone because you're not releasing any energy, you're not releasing any semen, you're not releasing your life force, because the more life force you release, the more you die out, and not even just like in a physical way, but more spiritual. You become more laid back, you become more relaxed. And as men, we're supposed to be ongoing, we're supposed to always be watchful, mindful, on the go, and stuff like that. And testosterone is really that natural chemical that humans have to be able to get up and go, and have us become more logical thinkers. We're more energetic, and we're able to apply certain things in our life that help us be able to think things through logically. Testosterone is that type of chemical that the Most High has given men to be able to take leadership, take lead, take action, become action oriented, become developers. So that's definitely a main thing right there that semen retention helps. Number 2, more energy. Like I was mentioning, like more energy, the more you can be able to do. So when it comes to waking up in the morning, you feel energized, you feel good, you feel like you can run a mile in 6 minutes. And this is a true story. I never recorded this back when I was really practicing semen retention. I wasn't dealing with no woman. I actually found out about semen retention once my old relationship was over and done with. So I was really to myself, no sex, no anything. I went cold turkey, no masturbation, no pornography, no sex, nothing. I went straight cold turkey, y'all. And I know that's difficult for a lot of people to do, to just go straight cold turkey. And I practiced semen retention straight for 6 months. And then I broke one night, to be honest. But, that happens. We all fall short of the glory. But I was thankful from the Most High that, I was able to even last that long. You know what I'm saying? It helped me develop much better understanding as far as, like, who I am as a person. And I'm still getting to know myself as a person. I'm still understanding who I am as a young man. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, that's really another thing right there. A third benefit from semen retention is that you lose more weight. Since now you're gaining more nutrients in the body that helps you maintain a proper metabolism and stuff like that, and also that you're burning more energy, but you have no problem burning the energy because you're not tired as much. So it helps you lose more weight because for one, eating can satisfy the flesh, right? So what you want to do is, when you practice semen retention, is that be also mindful of what you're eating. Keep eating well and eat as much protein as necessary. Be careful with what you intake, because when it comes to a certain intake, a lot of foods that come with like zinc and stuff like that help replenish the body and help your immune system become stronger. It helps with reproductive organs become better and stronger. So it's like, that nutrient, that organ, the testicles are getting more fed that nutrient. So you're going to be a little more tempted because now you got that extra energy down there that you feel swimming around and stuff like that. And you want to feel like you want to get it out. But with weight loss, you have more energy to keep on going. You know what I'm saying? So you're gonna burn fat, especially like practicing semen retention is gonna make you want to work out because you want to redirect that energy into something creative, something that can help relieve that feeling. So I would recommend working out because it does help with weight loss. Exercise is very important. So semen retention does help with that because it's also, helping the body get those nutrients needed for your immunity and your immune system to work better. You're just pretty much more focused and just not, overeating. A lot of times it was days where I was still eating BS. I'm eating anything, but as long as I was working out, I was fine. But to each his own on that end. The fourth benefit for semen retention is that you become a lot more clear-minded. So, how does semen retention help you become more clear-minded? One, it helps you to realize what kind of woman that you're dealing with, right, at the end of the day. So now you realize you talk to certain women and you realize, like, this kind of woman is, she's not what I'm looking for. A lot of women, 304 type of woman that's out here just doing whatever she feels, and you're not really interested in that kind of woman anymore. You start to gain more clarity and understanding as far as, like, you want something more pure out of a woman because you're going through a phase of purity. Semen retention is a phase of purity. It's a practice of purity where once you stay away from certain things that can draw you back into doing, all the things that you wanted to escape from once you found out and practice semen retention. So, spiritually become more pure. It helps you become more clear-minded. It helps you're more on your toes. You're more aware of what's going on around you because you have that extra energy. Now your mind is constantly going, so therefore you're more thinking on all 10 toes. You're standing on all 10 toes pretty well. So that's another thing that semen retention can help do, because it's the nutrients that's getting fed, they're staying in your body, you're not really releasing them. It also helps develop the brain much better. So now you're thinking much more clearly. You're thinking much better on a greater scale. So yeah, that's another thing you can really do and help you out, when you need a sense of clarity and help you get a better understanding as far as what's going on around you. And, you're not thinking of sex like that after a while. So the fifth benefit is that it can make you more mentally sharper, which I was just stating about being more clear-minded. It makes you think faster. Just like I was saying, like the nutrient that is going into the brain, the more energy that you have, the more you're able to be. The more energy that you have, you're able to think better. You're not tired. Your mind is moving much faster at a much faster rate. So it pretty much helps with that. Makes you become more quick on your toes, like I was saying, as far as becoming more clear-minded. So another thing semen retention does is helps clear your skin, and it helps you glow. Just take for an example, and I learned this from the movie. So he brought to my attention that this bird called the blue-footed booby, and what the blue-footed booby does is it goes through a season of celibacy. And when a bird is not sexually active, it retains its essence and purity, and it becomes much brighter. The bird begins to get a glow about it himself to be able to attract a mate. So, the nutrients in your body, like I was saying, as far as you retaining those nutrients and the essence in your body helps shows the glow in you. You have that sense of purity that you're gaining. You become more of a glowing person. You begin to stand out. Your skin, it also helps with your skin, because like what goes in must comes out. Internally, once you practice something that's good, it's gonna show outside. So, you know what I'm saying? On that spiritual level, that's what it's really gonna do. It's gonna help you look more clear. It's gonna help you look better. It's gonna make you more attractive. Another thing that semen retention does help is with your hair. It helps you grow faster. Now, I remember when I was growing my hair out for a certain period of time, and not too long, but I noticed that my hair was growing a lot thicker. I noticed it. My hair was growing a lot thicker, and it was growing faster, a little faster. So I noticed that, and I was like, that's because hair growth is from the good amount of iron in the body, and a good amount of B vitamins, vitamin A for retinol. It's also good for the hair and stuff like that. Zinc, because the immunity works for everything else. It pumps blood through the heart and the brain, and the fluids are moving up and down better in your body. So I know it reaches all the way to the scalp. So once you don't release that nutrient, works better through the scalp in order for your hair to grow better. You know what I'm saying? So it's definitely a key thing if you want to be able to grow your hair faster. If you guys or women that also practice celibacy, you want to grow hair faster, that's a key thing right there. You know, just go without sex for just a little bit, a certain period of time, however you want to, and you see the benefits that it gives your body, especially with growing hair. The eighth benefit for semen retention is better erections and sex. So what this does is that every time when you wake up in the morning, fellas, and I know you can agree to this, who goes through this and is practicing semen retention, you wake up. Big Woody is up there right now. You know what I'm saying? And you know that's how you know you're healthy, because your blood flow is really good. Your blood flow like that means you're very healthy down there. So everything is being pretty much cleared up. Your body has gone through a certain period of time of not ejaculating, and you know everything just stays in the body. It goes up and down, and you're gonna feel it. You know what I'm saying? You're gonna feel it, and that's gonna be a discussion of the cons I'm gonna have in a second. With better sex, you know, better satisfying your partner in the bedroom, your woman. Fellas, this is really important, because it's women out here that are not becoming satisfied due to the fact that, you know, you play with yourself too much, you watch too much pornography, you're not getting turned on enough by your woman. Your woman is wondering what's going on. Is she thinking that she the problem, when really it could be you? We could be the problem once we don't realize, like, you know, if we're gonna be playing with ourselves, then it's only gonna make us become more desensitized to the real thing. You know what I'm saying? So once you go without watching pornography and masturbation, the more it can spark ideas in your own head. Your mind is very powerful. So once you have something in front of you all the time that's just easy access, you're not thinking about it as much. I mean, you could think about it, but it's gonna help propel that even quicker. You know what I'm saying? So you want to be able to, you know, satisfy your partner at all times, which is really important. So yeah. The ninth benefit of semen retention is that it draws in more attraction to you, which pretty much is from everything that I was stating earlier, as far as, like, you know, your skin is becoming much more clear. You become much more mentally sharper as far as, like, how you think, how you speak, and things like that. You know, it forms your body even better, which comes with that weight loss that I mentioned. So your body is definitely going to stand out on semen retention, fellas. Like, for real, people are going to be wanting to be near you, especially women, man. Like, women that you don't even know, they're going to be drawn to that energy. They sense your pheromones very highly, just like how women have pheromones. We do too, and women will sense what man is, you know, retaining his essence, and she's gonna want that. She's gonna want to be drawn to that energy. That's how women are attracted to power. So they're gonna want some kind of energy. The 10th benefit is that you become more joyous and confident in yourself, because for now, once you reach a certain period of time in semen retention, you're gonna go through, you know, you're gonna feel a lot better about yourself, because now you feel cleaner. The more cleaner you feel, the better you feel about yourself. So it's like, you know, you're still gonna go through life with ups and downs, but going through the downs in life are not gonna really affect you as much, because you're gonna stay on a narrow path, especially emotionally. Like, your emotions are still gonna be in check. You're still gonna be in tune, and semen retention helps you become more in tune as a person. You realize what it is and what it can be, what it is, what it's not, and you're not gonna let it affect you. You know, you're having a great day. Your moods are much better. You feel more confident in yourself that you can do anything that you want to, and that's that hormone, that chemical, that dopamine that you're naturally just building up as you're not releasing. You know what I'm saying? It makes you much more happy. And also that the serotonin that builds up in your body, practicing semen retention, you get better sleep. So yeah, the chemicals in your body is what makes you, go through your changes in mood and stuff like that. And you're gonna be much more happy. You're gonna feel more joyous and confident in yourself, especially when you go through the downs in life, and that's gonna happen. But it's really not gonna affect you as much at all. So now the pros I'm gonna mention, and these are my experiences. Did I say pros? I meant the cons. Here goes the cons that you go through practicing semen retention. One, it draws the energy and spirits trying to slow you down. So, what do I mean by that? The energy and spirits trying to slow you down goes into temptation. You come across women who are gonna want your energy a lot, and they're gonna want to try to take that from you because they sense it within you. You know what I'm saying? You got more of that energy that they want, the fluid build up, everything about you, they want that. And you're gonna hear people talk about sex a lot more in your ear, and it's gonna make you kind of like, imaginative, which is a good thing to be imaginative rather than watching the pornography. But it's gonna make you lose a little more control, because now, as I mentioned, more cons is gonna make more sense as far as like the energy that comes around you naturally, because those spirits want to be able to bring you down. They want to be able to get you back on square one, which happens. A lot of things that you're gonna come across on accident. People come across you talking about sex, especially women, and she wants to do this or that and third with somebody, and she has no problem telling you this stuff. It's going to be to you or about somebody else, and it's going to be tempting. The next con that you're going to go through if you practice semen retention is having wet dreams. Now, I remember when I first had a strong wet dream, and it only happened to me like maybe once or twice. But this one I never forget when it first happened. It was back in January 2020, right? I remember waking up for work, and it was on an off day, but I wanted to come into work to get more extra hours. You know what I'm saying? This is during the time I'm practicing semen retention, and I'm thinking about more money. I got more energy. I want to be able to knock out more cars, get things done faster. I'm making money. I'm making good money, decent money. So I'll have this dream that this woman was coming in my dreams, and I was just sitting down somewhere in a white room, sitting in one chair, and I was looking at something in my phone, and then the succubus spirit, which is the female deity spirit, she comes in my dreams. She's beautiful brown-skinned woman in a black dress, and she does the unthinkable, man, and she gives me something so crazy that made me wake up, and hey, it was a mess in the bed. I just put it that way, to be honest, and keep it a buck with y'all. That's what happens when, you're gonna go through wet dreams, but wet dreams don't destroy the streak that you're on. Eventually you're gonna stop counting the days anyway, but wet dreams don't really stop the process at all. It's just like a cleansing phase, and it's just spirits trying to attack you in your sleep. When you stand at a standstill, which is when you're asleep, and you astral project and you go to the spiritual realm, those deities are gonna try to come after you in your sleep. So yeah, that's one thing. That's another thing you gotta look out for, is having wet dreams. But don't count it as a loss. Just keep on going, because that fluid comes back and it develops quickly again. You know what I'm saying? That's just a spiritual attack. A third con is that it's harder to maintain control as time goes, which goes into like having the wet dreams and energy and spirits that are trying to slow you down. As I mentioned earlier, you're gonna go through more temptations. I'll say this for an example, and this I can attest to this, because one day I was looking up a movie, right? And it was a Will Smith movie. The movie was called Hitch, for those of you who watch Will Smith's movies. If you know the movie Hitch, it came out in 2005. I was looking it up on my Fire Stick one day, and I remember that when I was looking it up, I kid y'all not, a pornography movie had came up. I swear, like on my life, man, and as the Most High as my witness, that movie had came up out of nowhere. And I'm thinking, I'm looking up Will Smith Hitch movie. No, it was a pornography movie because it was a scene where the camera was going down, and the guy and the woman were having sex. She was getting fellatio, and I was like, wow, that's how I knew I was becoming more spiritually attacked in certain ways. The devil was trying to trick me up and trying to bring me back into pornography, but it didn't work because I turned it off immediately after that happened. Because I was thinking because I never seen the movie Hitch. That was my first time looking up the movie. Eventually, I had found and watched the movie, but yeah, when I seen that video, man, yeah, I turned it off and I knew I was going through a spiritual attack. So stuff like that is going to happen. You're going to go through spiritual attacks in any way, shape, or form. The fourth kind of semen retention is that you go through a phase where you feel stagnated or drowsy. So you're going to go through a phase where your body is fasting. That organ, your sexual reproductive organ, is going to go through a fasted state. So where it's like it knows your brain is connected to everything else in the body. So once your mind and that organ realizes that nothing has been going on, your body, I'm gonna say like it slows down for a little while. And this is the very beginning of practicing semen retention. I want to say like maybe within it will start for you depending on the person you are. You can go through that phase within the second week, third week of semen retention, or maybe when it hits about a month. Well, I would range it between on the second or third week of practicing semen retention. You're gonna go through that phase where you feel slightly less motivated, but your body is going through a faster state where it's helping you become better. It's just, you gotta let that ride out. But there's nothing to fear about, you know what I'm saying? It's like when something is not being used in a while, then it goes through, its faster state in the body, and, eventually it will pick back up. But then after that week. And then the last kind that I experienced practicing semen retention is that it can make you eat more due to the fact that you're losing more weight, you're burning more energy, you're becoming more hungry, you know what I'm saying? And to me, like after you have sex, sometimes you can even become hungry even after having sex because your body is trying to constantly stay replenished. Either way, of having sex or not having sex. So, yeah, that's a kind of semen retention that I'm pretty sure a lot of guys probably are going through, phases where you want to eat more. You're trying to keep your body replenished, food and nutrients and vitamins and stuff like that of that nature that, you're trying to keep yourself full, to keep yourself also from anything that can slow you down in the process. Sometimes it is best to go fasted and drink plenty of fluids to keep you up, you know what I'm saying? So therefore, it will help you stay away from diving in back into that problem. So yeah, man, I want to be able to say like this has been a wonderful experience to be able to practice semen retention, and that also it's just like it's great to do once you really just go to God and ask Him to change your mind and do what you got to do, because a lot of the stuff to get away from, it doesn't happen in over one night. Well, it can, but the progress of you staying away from that stuff entirely forever, it takes a minute, but eventually you'll get there to where your mind just doesn't crave that kind of stuff anymore, you know what I'm saying? So you're becoming much better as you go through this road, this road of success. And men practice, you keep on practicing semen retention, and you just, focus on the end goal of what you want, what you're looking for, what you're trying to attract in life, whether it be like a wife or, more finances, chasing your purpose and dreams and things of that nature. A lot of athletes have to do this stuff. That's why I remember playing football in high school, our coach would tell us, don't have sex or don't jack off right before a game, because, at the end of the day, you need that energy. And back then, I didn't look too deep into it, but I understood what he was saying. But now that I'm older and I'm become much more wise as far as like, decision making and stuff like that, and understanding what I want from my body as a man, and maintaining my essence. It made a lot of sense, and practicing that, making it become a habit, has really done great beneficial things for me in my life for the past, I want to say three years, some change. So I wanted to be able to thank the YouTubers who talk about this information and spread it around, so therefore a lot more brothers can maintain control if they're going through, any situation where they're battling, especially like younger brothers right now just getting out of high school. I've been out of high school since 2016, so brothers who are just now getting out of high school and probably were going through this situation, or those who are not going through this situation and just found it and don't even realize like you've been practicing it. Hey, keep practicing that, bro, because at the end of the day, it's gonna make you a better man, and that therefore it help you propel even more, even faster, so therefore you can achieve things that you're looking for in life. So yeah, fellas, keep on practicing semen retention, and I hope for those of you who never heard of this concept, there's a lot more information that's out there as far as the benefits of it and why it's good for you to practice it. So therefore it can be able to help you better yourself as an individual, and you want to be able to stay on the right path, because at the end of the day, the Most High is he's staying with us, and he's watching over all of us who are trying to spread the word and make sure that everybody is doing what they got to do, because we all ain't perfect and we all fall short of glory. But that's okay, because it's all about getting back up and coming back 10 times stronger. So with that being said, I appreciate y'all listening in this video, and hopefully that you learned a lot. You can follow on my social media. My Instagram is Gerard.Nichols, Gerard.Nichols, and you can also follow me on TikTok at JRevelator313, and you can follow me on Snapchat at BD.NJ. Yeah, so hopefully you guys take care, y'all stay up, and keep practicing, keep doing what you gotta do. Practice semen retention, read a book, enhance yourself, become better within yourself, mentally, physically, emotionally, and financially. Peace.